The main event of the day then is the Panasonic Cup. Before we get into the feature race, make sure you head to the website, the Multimedia Showcase, and check out Hong Kong Direct this week as we build up to HKI. Our special guest was Michael Canal with his memories of the big day, and we also profiled possible challenger from Singapore in the shape of Inferno as well. So Multimedia Showcase, Hong Kong Direct. The Panasonic Cup, though, is a Class 1 contest over the 1,400 metres. We have one scratching here. Starshine is out, so a field of 9 now go round, headed by Fast Most Furious. Third in this race last year. Zach Purton rides for David Hall. Jolly Banner, the 9-year-old, was runner-up over the 1,000 metres in group company last time out. Buddies will probably roll forward from barrier number 4. Band of Brothers is a 4-time course and distance winner. We've got Beauty Legacy and Lucky Express up in class, as is Super Wealthy, who was behind Lucky Express last time. Circuit Glory and Water Diviner off the lights weights. Now, those horses have been up at Jungfa, Circuit Glory and Water Diviner. Now we're at the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map, some of the key races for the feature race here. And as far as the speed is concerned, Tom, well, definitely Buddies, you'd imagine, want to be rolling forward, and he's probably the most likely, I suppose, to grab the front.
Yeah, him up front, Buddies, Matthew Chadwick, he can rate them nicely up there, and he's a horse that certainly likes to go forward. Circuit Glory has been a horse that has raced traditionally handy, and as to his Beauty Legacy, he's coming back for a run on the all-weather last time out, and he actually did settle a lot better last time out, so that was a plus for Beauty Legacy. Jolly Banner should be able to slot in somewhere midfield, and I think Band of Brothers should be able to avoid a 3-wide transit for Neil Callan. Lucky Express will get back there with Fast Most Furious, but Buddies will dictate the tempo in front.
All right, track work, Paul, what have you seen?
Well, Fast Most Furious, he's got to carry the big weight with the wide draw as well, but we know he's got a really good finishing burst in him. He looks good once again here this morning, stretches out really nicely, and a nice piece from him. So Fast Most Furious, he's well primed for a good run. Lucky Express, he finished 4th last time, but not too far away from Mighty Giant et al. At his last start. A couple of even pieces for him as he comes down, and he moves nice and comfortably and stretches out. And Super Wealthy. Now, the scales say he's taken off 50 pounds, but last week they said he put on 40 pounds. Whatever happens, he's right at his white body weight as well. He's won off this weight before, so no concerns is what I'm saying.
OK, well, why don't we stay with him or start with him? Super Wealthy, and hear from his trainer, Douglas White.
Douglas, Super Wealthy, we haven't seen him at the races since the end of September. How is he?
He seems to be in very good form. He had 2 unfortunate upside-down runs to the beginning of the season, and his first run he just got into a speed battle, and his next run he was a bit unlucky in the straight. He got held up, so I gave him a bit of time off, and he's been brought back with this race in mind, and he seems in good enough form.
He's had a few barrier issues, both at the trials and also in his last start. In that time off, have you done anything to try to rectify those? Yeah,
he's had some barrier practice, and in his last trial, the work that we've done with him indicated that it's helped. So I'm hoping he goes there in a good frame of mind.
What did you think of that trial?
I thought it was pleasing. His main objective was to get cover, get him to switch off and attack the line, which he did.
Looking at the field for the race he lines up in on Saturday, what are your confidence levels like with him?
Oh, look, it's a competitive race, and the good thing is he's got a nice light galloping weight, so he gets his chance.
He's got the hood on for the first time. Might just explain the sort of thought process there.
Well, he's quite aware of a lot of things, and one of the things that upset him in the gates was other horses getting fractious, and he takes that into consideration. And with a hood on, it just allows him to shut down and not be distracted so much.
He's a definite player, Super Wealthy. Good report there from Douglas White. Jolly Banner's the next horse we're going to have a look at. Matthew Poon quite often rides Jolly Banner. You might have seen on Wednesday night at Happy Valley, took a nasty tumble. He's fractured a couple of ribs, but hopes to be back in 4 to 8 weeks. So we wish Matthew a speedy recovery. Let's have a look at Jolly Banner. This was down the straight, Tom, in a Group 2 race, sorry, Group 3 behind Computer Patch. But this, 1,400 metres, is his pet distance.
Yeah, 6 wins from 23 starts, course and distance, along with multiple minor placings. Only missed the top 4 course and distance on 8 occasions. And here he was over 1,000 metres running his race again. He was no match for the winner, but he was the best of the rest in the National Day Cup. And it's always hard to leave him out, Paul. Saying that, I have.
Yeah, I have as well, funny enough. But I do like the horse. I mean, he's a 9-year-old now, but he's defying his age, isn't he? And he's still running really well. So, look, he is hard to leave out, to be fair, but I have as well.
All right, I've got your back, boys. That's all right. He's in for me. Next batch we have a look at. Band of Brothers, right down the middle. He's finishing third. Lucky Express. This is behind California Rad, incidentally. He ultimately finishes in 5th place. And tucked in between the two of them, Paul, is Water Diviner.
Yeah, and you can see with that squiggy arrow, he's taking these arrows to another level here. But like a Band of Brothers went nicely, didn't he? And did Lucky Express. They're both coming out of this strong form race. I think they're both really good chances. I didn't get a Water Diviner in, but I've got the other two.
I really like Band of Brothers here. He ran a bottler of a race behind Gold Chest down the straight and then backed it up with a solid run behind the informed California Rad. He's a horse that loved course and distance, wasn't beaten far there. So as long as Neil can get in and get some cover with him, the combination's going well at the moment. I think he'll be tough to beat. All
right. What about Beauty Legacy? Tom, scratching my head about him a little bit. We're going back a couple of starts for him because he was the last start on the all-weather.
He was, and he, as I mentioned before, he did settle a lot better last time out, Beauty Legacy. He ran 6th behind King Shield, beaten 5.5. He was up outside the leader, battled on fairly. I think John Size is scratching his head at the moment with him as well. I think he just wants to try and get a win out of him. He's been ultra disappointing since that first up performance, Paul.
Yeah, and I can't have him in this race. I just I want to see him do it on the track. He sort of faded out there, didn't he?
That was Mighty Giant winning that race. And he'll win the next race we look at as well. So that for Beauty Legacy. That was back, 3 starts for him. We'll see him again in action here. Again, Mighty Giant is the winner. Lucky Express finishes 4th on this occasion. And again, with the future in mind, he may be heading towards the 4-year-old series. Water Diviner right next to him once more. And there's Beauty Legacy. There's a bevy of beauties on this occasion, Paul, right on speed.
Yeah, and look, Beauty Legacy, you can see him in this here. Look, I'm not, as I said, I'm just happy to watch him in this race. Lucky Express, look, he hit the line nice, it's a strong form race, and you got to remember he's got 3 really good horses in front of him. But I thought he sort of came up here to win the race, and he just sort of didn't run out the strong 1400. I'm just a little bit worried about 1400 for him.
Yeah, I agree, Paul. I thought he was going to loom up and win that race as well. But to his credit, right at the end there, he still did stay on, I thought, quite nicely, Lucky Express. And you would have seen Water Diviner. He was getting up and behind them as well. Only 1 win course and distance, but again, he stayed on well at the end at Water Diviner.
He did indeed. And, well, there's plenty of money for him as well, isn't he? 6.6 and 2.3 at the moment. So I thought it was hard to rule out any of them completely, Paul.
Yeah, it's a good one of these good competitive races. The 37th running of the Panasonic Cup. I've gone with number 8, Super Wealthy here. I like that trial. He's had 2 runs now. He had a really good last season. I think he's ready to run a race. Band of Brothers should get a nice run. He shouldn't be too far away. Lucky Express, I've still put him in, but I've just a little bit of a query with this 1400. And then Fast Most Furious. Big weight, wide draw, but here's the class horse. He'll get back. He'll run on late. 8, 4, 7 and 1.
4 on top for me, Band of Brothers, course and distance specialist. I think you get an each-way price about him as well for Paul O'Sullivan. Neil Callan, who teamed up for 2 winners during the week. Super Wealthy goes in, like the way he trialled. Also Lucky Express. So I think he should be okay at 1400 metres because I think he did fine a little bit again late in that race. And Water Diviner. So 4, 8, 7 and 10 for the Cup.
All right, if you're looking for a course and distance specialist, look no further than Jolly Banner, the 9-year-old Jerry Chow, taking £7 off his back. That's the feature race. Race up for us is race number 8. That's up next, and the highly anticipated return of Joyful Fortune.